Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and if you're new and here for the very first time, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Jane and my husband Mike does everything behind the camera. We're British early retirees, we've got no debt, we've paid off the mortgage and we live a thrifty, frugal and money saving life here in Brittany in northwest France. And every Sunday we bring to you an aspect of our private life and the ways that we have saved money or we continue to save money. And this week is all about the frugal ways that we have improved every house that we've lived in on a budget. The first thing that we've done and we do is all about flooring. And when we came here, it had a very shoddy floor and we took it up and put down a new, because it needed replacing because it was all broken, concrete floor, and then we tiled it right through the house. It's a very, very European thing to do, to have tiling downstairs and just bare wooden floors upstairs that get varnished and sanded, sealed and varnished. So that's one of the first things we've done, and we've done that in every house. In the UK, most of our houses had downstairs and upstairs suspended wooden floors. So what we've done with all of those in the past is that we've removed any manky carpets that we've inherited and the gripper rods around the edges, that we've sanded the floors, that we've treated them and gone back to completely just having wooden floors. And that has saved us so much money over the years, and it's very simple and easy to do. And I promise you, tiling is way easier than you would think. And I used to do all the tiling of the walls, and now Mike does all the tiling. But it's, as I said, it's much simpler than you would think. The next thing that we feel that we have wisely invested in is insulation. And every house that we move from and to the next one, we up our game with insulation. And with our basic skills that we've improved over the years, because we've done work to each and every house we've ever lived in, Mike's turned himself into a very nifty, good dry liner, which means framing out the inside of a wall. I've come along behind him and helped stuff in all the insulation behind that. And then he's put the plasterboard, the drywall on top of it. And then the only time we pay someone is to professionally tape and joint that. So something that we have done in every single house, even if it's just we've double insulated the loft, or we've taken up on grants to have insulation put in houses, or we've just done that thing. It has worked for us, and it is reasonable. It is not something that is expensive to do. If we went to somewhere else and we were on a very low budget, we didn't have the money to do it all in one go, we would do it one room at a time. We've now reached the point with this house that because we had to pour concrete, and Mike did that with a concrete mixer and a wheelbarrow himself here, that the floor, the ground is insulated, the walls are insulated, the ceilings between the ground floor and the first floor are insulated, and all the loft space and all the roof space are insulated too. It's not as expensive as you'd think, and it certainly isn't difficult to do, but it is absolutely transformative because it keeps our heating bills as low as possible. The next one we want to share with you, and this has saved us so much money, is our concept that we call one up from the bottom. Now, we have never had, ever, the budget to buy top quality, the best. We've never had those type of incomes. So we've always had to buy budget items, but we've never ever bought the cheapest. We come up one level or maybe up two levels, whether that's kitchen fittings, kitchen worktops, whether that's bathrooms, bathroom fittings, the tiles on the floor, the tiles on the wall. We don't get the cheapest, but we just come up to the levels that we can afford, to the quality that we can afford. So we buy the best that we can afford, but invariably it's usually one up from the cheapest. Now, when it comes to transforming a home, we want it to save us money. We want it to be something that has durability, that lasts. So there are key items in our house and every house that we've ever lived in that we have been prepared to spend more money on. So when we lived in the UK, one thing that we would do without a quibble, if it needed it, would be to replace the central heating boiler. Without a quibble. We'd always buy a really good Bosch German boiler. We'd get it professionally fitted, which is a legal obligation in the UK. But here, things like our wood burning stoves. We could have bought cheap imports. They would have functioned well, but we didn't. We knew they were going to be our only heating source, so we bought the best. We've got a really good go-down stove in our kitchen and a really good Invicta stove in our living room. They are something that we have invested in and we believe in that. So when our water tank, our hot water tank system heated by electricity, started to show signs of wear and age and it wasn't good, we had to replace it. We bought a really, really good one that comes with the longest guarantee that we could get, with a fitter that would give us a decennial insurance on that as well, which is a 10-year insurance on the work. Because as we've shared with you in the past, this is not going to be a house that we stay in forever. It's a 3-bedroom house and it needs to have facilities within it that will heat a family and make sure that they've got hot water. All the non-essentials, all the pretty stuff, all the home decor, all the curtains, all the cushion covers, all the rugs on the floor, the ornaments, the clock on the wall, the pictures on the wall, any of those things. We love to pick those up really cheaply from car boot sales, from vide-greniers as they're called here, empty your attics, from charity shops. And we love to be able to have those at a low price. So that every now and then, every couple of years or so, we can donate them back to the charity shop and we can buy new ones. So we're really happy to go and buy secondhand furniture from secondhand furniture shops and charity shops and people selling it on Facebook Marketplace and zhuzhing it up with a bit of paint or decor or fabric and having fun with it. So, want to share with you that we will be sensible about the sensible stuff that's got to last, but we're really happy to transform our house with the pretty things cheaply and secondhand. Now over to you, because we love to hear from you and we read every single one of your comments. Tell us, how have you transformed your home frugally and on a budget? Maybe there were things that you used to do in the past that you might not be able to do anymore, but share those with us as well. Do you make your own curtains? Do you make your own sofa covers? What do you do? Do you go to thrift stores and secondhand markets to buy things to make your house look pretty? Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.